Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago, Christmas Day edition, folks. And I'm so glad to announce that I do have linesman Justin Marcus with me. That's going to do the show with me. So that's going to be good and exciting. He took time from his busy schedule and from the holiday to be with us. So let's welcome him in. Let's find him and send him a invitation. Danielle, thank you for joining the show. And there he is. So now let me send him an invitation to join us live. Thank you for everyone that's joining us. Olga, thank you for joining us. So we're going to do a proper introduction. Hello, sir. How are you? So let me do a proper introduction for you, my brother.
All right.
Live on the feed. My guest host is number 99 on your program, number 1 in our hearts, defensive lineman for the 2019 National Arena League champion, Jacksonville Sharks from Kennasaw State, 6'4", 250 pounds, Justin Marcus. Welcome to the show, brother.
Ding, ding,
Did I copy everything?
Ding, 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 the champ is here, you know what I'm saying? Ding, 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 the champ is here.
I didn't have much time to research you, but I did. Oh, beautiful Christmas tree, my brother.
Hey, that was a lot, man. Thank you. Merry Christmas. I really appreciate it.
Merry Christmas to you. I want to say thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule to be on our show as a guest host. I really look forward to this 45 to an hour that you and I are going to talk about the great things that you're doing. First, is it okay if we talk, because I am boycotting NFL, and my followers know that, because we know why. We know why. The way they treat women and everything else, and we know the big reason, Colin Kaepernick deal situation that went on there. So I want to tell people, I want you to tell people about this national. I remember when I lived in Vegas, they had a team that would play at the MGM, and I would go a lot to see that. It's really exciting, the arena football. That shorter field, what is it, like half of a NFL?
It's pretty much like almost basically half of a football field, so 50 yards. It's like 50, 55 yards.
Yeah, so it's very exciting and happening. So it's a 14-game season, from what I learned today. 14-game season starts on April 3rd, and your guys, the Jacksonville Sharks, will be playing the Carolina Cobras. And then it is July 24th, where you guys will be playing the Cobras again.
Yep.
Okay, and then does it have a preseason?
It don't. So with it being an arena, I mean, with COVID, everything that you just announced, those dates are. I'm not sure if that's the 2021 schedule, but with COVID, everything is just pushed back 1 month. So normally, without COVID, we'll be going into camp as of February, and so that's pretty much preseason. But we don't play the other teams. We're just in camp, like normal camp, trying guys out, seeing who will be starting and who will be going home, and then that next following month we actually start. So with 2021 with COVID, now we won't be going into camp until March. So being that you said the April, that may be the 2021 correct schedule. But yeah, there's no preseason. We just do camp for a solid month, and then as we get close to game time, see who those starting guys lineup is, and we go after it.
So you show up a month before the actual season starts and start.
Yep.
Okay, so and then when you're not doing football, that's when you're doing the Webhead Fitness. Tell us about
that. Webhead Fitness, yes sir. That's when I'm doing that. And it's great, man. Like you said, you're out in Italy, and we actually have a trainer in France. We have trainers all across the country. That's our mission and goal, is to have trainer anywhere where there's population. We want to have people. We want to have people with our team, Webhead Fitness, man. So it's a mobile fitness site where you can find trainers no matter where you live based on your location. So you create a profile, just like people have Instagram, for example. You create an Instagram profile, and you'll set your location and address, and as you hit search, there will be another spreadsheet of each trainer that's nearest to farthest. You know what I'm saying? that's more beneficial for you to book with. Because I know a lot of people tend to approach a hurdle, you know, and it'd be a burden for them to have to commute like 30 to 45 minutes just to get a workout in, you know. So we want to try to make it more convenient for them to where it's only 5 to 15 minutes. And even some of our trainers don't mind going to the client themselves. Like even me, I have a few clients that I actually drive to myself at their apartment complex just to make things more easy so there's no excuse when working out. Because people make enough excuses when working out. Oh, I'm tired. I can't do it. I'm about to throw up. You know, so we try to X out all of those. Try to X out all of those.
That's good. That's good. That's awesome. And thank you for everyone joining us. If you're just joining us, we're talking to defensive lineman Justin Marcus from the 2019 National Arena League champion Jaguar Sharks. So, is there an app that goes with this? Is my
So
number?
not yet. We are working on the app. That is the next goal, but we definitely wanted to get it started once the idea surfaced, so that we could already begin offering those services that we have to people in the community. You know, so the app is something that will come later. But great thing about it is we're more hands-on. Me myself, I like to say belly to belly because you won't get a lot of owners like how we're on Instagram now, IG Live. You won't get in contact with a lot of owners. You won't be able to know what that creator or owner does outside of his work, things like that. A lot of owners just make an app because they got the money and just let it be in the app store and see who download it, who don't. You know, so it's more personal with us. You know, so the app will be coming along shortly, probably in the next year or two. We wanted it this year because February 28th will mark Webhead Day. What's up? What's going on, T? What's going on, True Royalty? So February 28th coming up will mark Webhead Day. It'll be the first year anniversary. Aria Hershey, what's going on? Hello. It'll be the first year anniversary of Webhead Fitness to where we was established. So hopefully you write that down in your calendar. We're trying to take over social media, you know, get you a Webhead shirt. You know, you just post, do Webhead, hashtag Webhead Fitness, all the hashtags, and we just take over. But yeah, it's not an app, but we're more than an app. We're out more than an app would be, you know. So
Right, right. Yeah, I found you. I would say accidentally. I was searching up yoga, and I found Samantha Sinclair was doing some yoga on your channel.
hold on, let me try to send it to her real quick. You just brought her on.
Sure, sure. So I want to give a shout out to her. Where is Samantha Sinclair? Is her name? Shout out to her.
Yeah,
So
I just, you know, with IG Live, you can send the arrow to her. But yep, Samantha Sinclair, that is her.
let me see if I can. You weren't able to.
Oh, I just sent it to her. She should see
Oh,
the notification
okay.
in her DM, and then you know, it's a 50-50 chance whether she'll tune in now or not. But that is our yoga instructor.
Awesome. So let's go back to high school or elementary school for you. First of all, okay, so I know you have a brother, Joshua Marcus. Is that correct? Does he play football as well?
He does. He plays wide receiver.
Wide receiver? What does he play for the same league as well?
He played arena as well, but arena has like 3 different leagues, and he was in tier like the last tier league, but he plays as well.
Oh, awesome, awesome. And is that the family dynamic in the Marcus household? Two boys?
I mean, somewhat, yeah. A lot of us are athletic. Unfortunately, no one actually made it the big leagues
Uh-huh.
just yet in the bloodline. But we all athletic. We all have the drive to, you know, if we're good at something, we push to do it and be the best. You
That's
know,
what
we
it's
have
about.
that competitiveness.
Right, that's what it's all about. So tell me, what was it like growing up, Justin Marcus, in school? Well, first of all, let's start this. What city in America did you grow up in?
Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia. What was Georgia like for a kid like such as yourself, as far as bullying? Did you experience it? Did you see it?
Yeah, somewhat. In Macon, Georgia, it's definitely a rough city even now going into the 2021. The homicide rate numbers are all the way up, always up. You know, and I come home and visit. You know, every holiday at least try to, and you know, just for example, man, just coming home Thanksgiving, there was a shooting. 4 people got hit, and the girl actually got killed. on Thanksgiving night, just at a club, and it was all just a inconvenience and just blow it out of proportion. And so making is pretty rough. So growing up, bullying definitely was probably the first thing I experienced as a kid, because you have your peers and you have your society of what's cool and what's not, what's allowed and what's not. And easily, man, like I experienced it, and I even saw it happen more than I would even experience it myself. So I'll start off with let's say like with gangs, as a kid, that was the first bullying. If you weren't in a gang, the gang would either want to just jump you for the hell of it or jump you to initiate you. So that was something that I experienced with bullying. And then as I saw being bullied was just those same members and just other kids who thought it was funny, chase and throw rocks at, some of the junkies and crackheads that be minding their business, and some of the kids that was less unfortunate, as far as their clothes or, maybe a little bit mentally challenged, and they would just chase them, just for the hell of it and thought it was fun. So, yeah, man, that's why Webhead Fitness, man, once we bring our training facility, we need to do some fundraising, get some money together so we can come back to our city and create the first official training facility here in Macon, Georgia, for kids, for athletes, foremost, for those overlooked athletes here in Macon, Georgia, to where they don't get the opportunity to enhance their skills to
Right.
make it to the level. So being that they have no one to help them enhance their skills to make it to the next level, they become overlooked and then falls into the trend of Macon, Georgia, whereas a gang member working fast food, and just being stuck here instead of elevating. But yeah, Macon is a lot, still is a lot, but can't do anything but give back and hope and inspire.
That's good. Good job. Good job. So if I am an athlete and or a young athlete and I want to stay away from the gangs, the drugs, the bullies, what's the best thing that I should do in your
Sports.
opinion?
Sports. So that's the major thing with the training facility, Wellbeing Fitness. Once we create that gym, sports is what pull kids here in Macon, Georgia, away from the bullying and the gangs. Them being active. Even me myself, as a kid, I was pulled into gangs, but my parents would keep me in, summer programs, Central City Park recreation leagues, to where I'm always into sports, and that's how I started and became an athlete. I actually took it on to make a career out of it, but definitely playing sports here in Macon creates that major attention to pull them away from the distraction. So that's definitely one major thing you could do to stay away from those things. Because playing sports is fun. It becomes competitive. You get to win. You have your fans, people who support you, and then with college, depending on what sport you play, you get offered a scholarship, and now you get to continue to do that in another city, wherever you may go, another state. And from there, you have travel, you have away games, you get to travel and see the city. You get to see the world,
Yeah.
actually. But me, myself, I've been in Canada, Iowa, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Florida. Well, of course, I'll be in Florida now, Atlanta, be up there. There's so much more out there than what Macon shows you. So playing sports is one major way to stay away from it.
Right. So tell us what it's like for an NAL player. So when you're off season, you're home in Georgia. When you're on season for those couple of months, you stay in Florida, or do you go back and forth? What do you?
We stay in Florida. We stay in Florida. So one great thing about the NAL and playing arena football professionally, which is probably the same with the NFL, during the season they pay for your housing and they pay for food. So it's pretty much like college without the homework. You live for free, you get to eat for free, just to play a sport you love and compete every week. And that's all you have to do is compete. That's all they ask for you is your best is your talent. And you get paid per game with that. So it's great. It's great.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, man.
I was wondering how that worked. If they just say, find your way down there, good luck, but
Mm-hmm.
they have to put you up. That's good. So they put you up in a hotel, or is it a team facility that you stay at?
So it's private condos, apartment complexes. You know, definitely. In Jacksonville, they have a lot of history behind them and a lot of money in the franchise. So it's even better with where they stay. You know, it's a beachfront. You get to see the ocean and everything like that. And even in the off season, depending on your situation and if you're convenient enough, you can still live there in the off season if you choose to, and even go home and come back still. You know, they'll hook you up with a job if you don't have a job. So many things, man, to help us guys and players out. You know, just to make it.
That's good. That's awesome. If you're just joining us, we're talking to defensive lineman Justin Marcus from the Jacksonville Sharks. So I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So is there anything, that's what I want to, off season, how do they help you promote this? Because you guys are against the NFL, and that's got to be tough, for and not really airtime because you guys don't play during their season. But do they do anything to promote what they're doing with you guys off season? Is the question.
Yeah. You're asking, do they do anything to promote us players to make it to the NFL?
Off season? No, not to the NFL. To do your own thing, so that each year people will come back and it will get bigger and bigger for you guys, because that's what you want to do. You want to draw those people in to see your games. So what do they do off season to promote, or just during when the season is on? Do they just do the promoting? Do they do anything?
So something that they do, as I mentioned, depending on the franchise and how much money and media uh, network and connection they have in place. I know with Jacksonville they actually have commercials. So within the Jacksonville television system, they already have their own ad commercial playing. About the Jacksonville Sharks. Hey, get your tickets now. Ticket holders, season holders, things like that. And the fan base is big. And with the arena, which going back all the way back to when the arena first came about, the fan base is big and crazy. So fans are already in that area. You'll still see the jerseys, like a regular store of a team. You'll still see certain jerseys. You'll see signs and things like that. So it's pretty much just a regular, unless something additional is added, And with COVID and everything, I would pretty much say it's probably still just commercials with our team that I'm
Right.
only sure of, not others. But every franchise have their own directors and how they want to do things and different ideas with promoting and marketing and advertisement. But I know with Jacksonville Sharks, they do have commercial runs. They have the team store where the fan base buys the jerseys and buys the tickets already. So it pretty much does the work itself.
Awesome. So have you ever played outside of the U.S. besides Canada?
Uh,
Or,
I have not. Canada was a goal when I was first coming out of college, but unfortunately, it didn't tie the knot at the end for me. But that was a goal for me, was to play out of the country in Canada, and that would be the only country I will play in, because I know there's a lot more. You have the Australian League, you have the China League, that's arena as well, and you have other football leagues that could have you, like Mexico. You go anywhere with this thing, but only place I would go out of the country would be Canada.
Mhm. So for the webhead fitness, where do you see, where would you like it to be 5 years from now?
I would like it to be global. I would like it to be the only thing that's talked about when it comes to fitness. As you said, you found us during yoga, with Samantha Sinclair. We have so many different services that we offer, to where with our Google ads, anywhere that you type in, Webhead Fitness pops up. So I want it to be that, to where it's the first option that pops in your head. People do a lot of searching with things left and right,
Right.
but we want Webhead Fitness to be in the middle. Whenever you talk about fitness, motivational speaking, yoga and meditation, bodybuilding, core workouts. Like, we want to be the first one to pop. Webhead Fitness. We have YouTube videos. We have our instructors who can sit down with you, like how we're doing, one-on-one with the private session, with whatever you like or need, you know. So that's where I see it and would want it to be in the next 5 years.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. It's definitely a catchy name. Webhead is definitely caught my attention when I first saw it. I remember that. So definitely on the track for that.
Yeah.
So tell us a little more about any subject that I might have not brought up that you would like to bring up. Anything?
You pretty much touched every subject. I mean, unless you want to break down the name, Webhead Fitness is it stands for two things. So you have, because it's 2 words, you have web first, which is how we would like to reach out to our clientele. So how you said we came about you on social media. Merry Christmas, keep up the good work. Thank you, you too. We came about on social media, so that's a major thing of how we want to reach out to our clientele and build the brand is through the web, because you can go on the web and look up anything, all the things I just mentioned. And then secondly, is the second word, the head. So with the head, this is where motivational speaking comes in at. And so the percentage that you use when you train in the gym with whatever you may be doing is a different percentage from what gets executed with whatever sport you were just training from. You know, so let's say, for example, you're using 90% training, one-on-one in the gym with a trainer, but then you go on the field and you're only executing that 70% of what you were just training. So with us, with
Right.
head, we have instructors who help you drag that 90 over to the field or to wherever you may be executing for that sport, so that you're not lacking anything. Because with anything you do is more mental than physical. Just like with fitness, when losing weight is 90% of what you eat and 10% of what you actually do in the gym. You know, so with head,
Right.
it's more mental than physical. Because, you know, with fitness, they're thinking, oh, all you gotta do is just work out heavy and I can do this and I can be the best. But if your mind isn't there first, you'll come last.
That is so true. If your mind isn't there, you won't lose weight. There's a lot. It's a lot. The mind has to be in first. That is true. That is true. So, um, do you have any celebrities, whether they're in range as you or higher, that have joined with you as uh, um, either an instructor or someone that you help to get to that caliber? Whether it be, are there anybody out there that any professional
Yeah,
athletes?
I have one person. I have one personally, and he's actually on the page. If you scroll down and you go to where it was Nigerian Day Independence, he's a Houston Texan. I'm sorry, nose tackle, Azoya, we call him Big Z. I just sent him this Instagram live. Hopefully he clicks in while I'm talking about him. But definitely when you see it, yeah, when you see it later, I'll just explain it to him. And he's with the movement as well in college. He's a big guy, bigger than me actually, and he was with anti-bullying, you know, and
Oh,
already have a
God.
kid that was a fan of his that would come to games and practices, you know, with signs and give him a hug and sign off of him that had a condition. I'm not sure what his condition is, but I definitely would like for you guys to hopefully jump on the call once I explain it to him, so he could talk about
Right.
that kid. Well, but yeah, that is one NFL Houston Texas nose tackle. He just got activated and had his first game last Sunday because he's a
Oh, great.
rookie. He was on the practice squad, but last game when they played the Colts, they activated him, and so now he will be playing. So that's one. I'm working on one of the power forwards with the Knicks right now, and he will be number 2. But right now, the Houston Texans is the only one.
Well, that's cool. That's my team when it comes to basketball.
The Knicks.
Yeah, well, I was born and raised in New York, so
Okay,
in New
okay. So
yeah,
what got you out in Italy?
my wife works for the Department of Defense, so
Okay.
it allows us to live in different countries wherever she may be working. So
Ah,
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
definitely.
Get to meet other people and get to see other cultures and experience things.
Yep,
So
yep. Well,
what did you what did you do this Christmas? Let's talk about that. What did
What I
Santa
do
bring
with
you everything?
Christmas, man, I open gifts. I'm get my mom to. Could you bring me some of those gifts over
Oh, so you
there?
still with?
Yeah.
So I take it you're
I'm
single.
not. I came home for Christmas, so we was here. This is her Christmas tree. She put up the white one,
Uh-huh.
you
Well,
know. But no
I'm
gifts
sure
are at
my
the bottom
female
because we
follows
already opened them.
follow
So she got me
right.
this. It glows in the dark, and it changed colors. A little 3D little
Oh,
football, you know.
nice. That is great.
So you
So
say you like the
my
Knicks, so
so
you probably like this color.
yeah, yeah, the orange and that's it. So I'm sure my female followers would like to know. So you're single then, because you're spending time with mom and not some girlfriend or wife.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
so
I
listen
I
up,
am.
lady.
I
All
am.
right.
I am. So I am single. I'm a bachelor. I'm a bachelor, man. I'm not young anymore, man. So now, when it comes to relationships, the woman has to bring more to the table than me, because
Right.
I have on my plate and my priorities in line to where she has to be okay with knowing she won't be the first priority, and in this time and year, uh, a lot can't handle that because there's so many different personalities and
Yes.
things. Women think that, oh, this is the way you're supposed to be, when it's more than that. You have the women now that's it's on city girls like, oh, pay me, give me money, and I'll get you all your money, drain me of all my money. Then when I go broke and I can't continue to pay or do all the stuff you enjoyed, you're on to the next. It doesn't
Yeah.
work like it has to
Very.
be 50, where it's like, oh, what you got going on? Okay, I like that. Well, this is what I have going on. Okay, you like that? All right, let's motivate each other to continue to, progress, and elevate, So until then,
That's
I will be
all really
back.
romantic or otherwise. It should be a situation where you're leveling up, bringing each other to the next level. I think, no matter what type of relationship you have, that's good that you have that. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of athletes sometimes to learn that the hard way. It's good that you know that now. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. And who knows? If I was in NFL, maybe it would have been different. Maybe my mindset wouldn't have been there. But who knows? Because it all depends. With life, you don't know your journey. So let's say I did go straight to the NFL from college, I probably would have never thought of creating this company. I will always get back to making, no doubt, no doubt. But the company of fitness probably never would have had time to be created and came together. And during that time, and then you becoming a business owner and entrepreneur, that's how your mindset has to be. Like I said, with head mentally, your mind mentally has to be somewhere first before you can come behind it with everything else. So
That's so true. And so I hear on the NFL when I talk to other NFL players that now they have programs where they show you how to invest and stuff like that. Is a NAL showing that to you guys as well? Are they teaching you guys that kind of important?
no, they are not. They are not, unfortunately. Because with NAL, you can sign a contract to play, but that doesn't mean you will be with that team to the end of the season. You sign a contract to play, but at any moment, depending on how the season is going, they can have a new guy coming in to compete for your spot. So you can be starting, you can have a game that Friday, new guy come in practice Monday, and then next following Friday, you're gone, or you're not playing, or you're inactive. They want to try him out and see if he can execute something to the game that you can't. So with NAL, it's definitely more stressful because it's playing inside, it's playing on concrete. Um, so is your body is really getting put up for damage, and then at the same time, your spot is getting put up for damage.
Right.
But yeah, they're not, they don't, and that's probably one of the reasons why, because guys be in and out. They don't know if a guy will actually, be with that team that full
Right.
season. Anything can happen. But I do
That's
like the
interesting.
fact that the NFL does, you know, and it was so funny. My coach just texted me back, Coach Fuller, with the Jacksonville Sharks. I told him Merry Christmas. He just texted me back. But I like that the NFL does it. But the NFL, you know, being the NFL and as any other big league, NBA, soccer, Major League Baseball, hockey, they have their own program. So in NFL, you have NFLPA, where it's a full like well-cited system of all past, recent, former NFL players to help them with agents, with anything they need. You know, so.
All right, see. So you mentioned the stress of playing in the NAL. I want to ask you how do you deal with that? But before that, I want to show our viewers your team playing. Let's see. We it's the okay, the video is too high, so it's not going to work out. But your guys were on defense, and the two particular plays, you kept them from scoring, and you kept them from getting the first down. So I'm sorry it didn't come out good where
Mm-hmm.
you can. See. How do you deal with that stress of
You was
trying
trying to,
to?
you was trying to show you was trying to show them the highlight tape.
Right, right.
Oh, I could get that pulled up
Oh, okay, cool.
easily. Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna see which plays you was referring to, but you know, YouTube is everything. You know, I got my views up on there.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I was looking for one where you were in, but I ran out of time. So if you got one where you sacked the quarterback, or you got one, yeah, I'd love to see it.
Oh yeah, it starts off with that. You know, that's how you draw the attention and let the viewers know that when they play this guy next season, if the guy's still playing, that your quarterback is in danger if you don't study film. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
So right there, that's like that's the college pick right there. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
young, not knowing where I'm gonna end up. Let's see, get it on real quick. Type this in, and we should be going in a minute. In about 60 seconds. About
When you
60 seconds.
into football,
Coming
how
up
old
on.
were you playing football?
Oh, I was 9, so I started at 9 and been playing ever
Uh,
since. There was a Christian League, Central City Park here in Macon, Georgia. And as I said, staying in sports is what keep you out. You know, so.
right. Right.
Hey, yes, sir. You just tuned in right on time. So here we go.
Thank you for everyone that's joining us.
We're about to get it started. You want to see the highlights? Say, you know, got the views up 1K, was just a year ago due to, you know, COVID and everything.
Picked up down there in the end zone. And nowhere to go. Look at that hit. Returning it was Marquez Rogers, and a big hit put on him by Justin.
You guys are Justin.
Okay, strap down, buckle up. Better guard your grill. Pull up on your mans and hit them harder than the drill. Walk on the shed tears. On the places you were going. If you turn away your fears. Some of my teams like they too low. City but we not in them kudos. Do it for the people that's down here and still do it right. I'm a legend in my high school. That's all it's good. Still did it in the booth. Produce for your favorite rapper, you say I'm the truth. Can't stop my phone pop, I feel like guns in they prime. All the places you are going, you got money on your mind. Yeah, who would have thought that this little boy from the hood would do good? He don't need it.
Last season.
All the places you would go.
Sack after sack, man, you know.
Do you remember the amount? Remember the amount you got last season?
Definitely. I'm gonna stop it after the block kick. That was another fumble. The block field goal kick gonna be after this sack, I think, right here. Oh, no, one more. Yeah, after this one. Another sack. Oh, after this one. This is the slow-mo where it was the 4th down. It was doing the quarterback sneak and was able to strip it out right before goal line.
Did you recover after the trip?
All right. And they go to football right there.
Nice.
Here we go. Here we go. Block kick.
How many total sacks did you get last season? Do you remember?
Like 6. I wasn't in double digits, because with the arena ball is so fast. Once the ball is high, you only have like
right.
3
I bet.
tops, maybe 3-second tops before the ball is gone.
Pace. I like it for that reason. It's faster pace. Yeah, that's for sure. So, age. When I was a kid, I followed, like I told you, all New York teams. I followed the New York Jets. There was a guy, Mark Gastineau, number 99, Mark Gastineau from New York Jets. When you did one of those sacks, you looked like him when you covered that quarterback up, and all you see is the big 99 coming out. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's awesome. So you've been playing since you were 9. Did you ever play any other sports?
Yeah, I played basketball. I did wrestling. But my last 2 years of high school, the major, years of an athlete, especially if they aren't planning on going to college, or if they just don't have the crazy academics or know what they're going to major in going into college. Sports is what kids do. And so my first 2 years I just did football and wrestling, and then my last 2 I did basketball and football. Fortunately, I didn't care too much in basketball. I really just did it for the girls at the time, so I didn't try to put together a highlight tape with that as all the other boys were doing. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to play this in college.
Right.
But yeah, those are the other sports I played. And track as well. I did track, the field events though. Doing shot put and throwing discs.
That's great. That's awesome. Well, I want to say thank you so much for taking time from your busy Christmas schedule to be with me. Definitely want followers. Check out Web Fitness on Instagram and focus just underscore in on Instagram. Please tell your mom I said thank you for letting me pull you away from the Christmas festivities there to be on our show, especially on a Christmas day. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say to your followers, my followers?
Yeah. I tell her. Definitely.
Looks like we got a little bit. Anything you want to say to your followers and my followers about anything?
I
the
just
New
want to
Year.
say, Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You guys be mindful of Webhead Day coming up February 28th. And years to come by, be mindful of that shortly coming out. And I'm also working on my own documentary covering arena football titled Concrete. So I will be DMing you that video promo. Well, I just shoot it over to you as well. But I will be DMing you that video promo. I'm working on putting everything together. So you have anybody, who's good with editing or who may be, working with Netflix or any big major companies in the filming industry. If you know of anybody, please let me know so I could get insight and advice on making this documentary film something great, something big and different, and that's pretty much it, man, for me. Merry Christmas on my end.
We'll talk about that. That's a real good idea. I love that idea. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna send that to you as soon as we get off. So we're gonna be done with Instagram Live, but we won't be done chatting. And as well, I'm gonna reach out to my guy with the NFL, Houston, Texas, Big Z, and let him know this opportunity. And hopefully he'll have the time as well to sit down. You can do the research on him, and you can ask him about the kid that I mentioned when it comes to anti-bullying, and that you guys can do a show next.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really do. Thank you so much. Again, I want to remind you guys that live feed is brought to you by Webhead Fitness, exposed.com,
Oh yeah,
and
do you know how
traveling.
to post it to you?
Do I know what? You were breaking up, Justin. What was that?
Yeah, it was breaking up a little bit. I was asking, do you know how to put it live onto your IGTV? Like, I think when you're done, it gives you an option like share IGTV.
Right. Yeah. This one I will, and I'll put it up on the internet, and then I'll send you that link so you can download it and put it up on yours. All right, buddy.
Great.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right. So, guys, remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another, guys, and have a very merry, merry, merry Christmas. Thank you, Justin. Bye now.
Merry Christmas.